Hey, 7 o'clock in the morning. Just dropped Asia off at work, and I wanted to have an honest conversation with you as I drove home. You see, I've come to accept lately that I very much suffer from imposter syndrome. I feel as though, like, I'm like a child masquerading as an adult. I never quite feel like I'm the responsible adult that everybody thinks that I am. I try to live up to that expectation. I try to be the things that Asia thinks I am, or Kari thinks I am, or just do the things that I think will do right by my people. But I still feel like I'm suffering from imposter syndrome, where am I really an adult? Like, I'm driving now. I'm on the freeway right now, and I'm having a bit of an issue with the sun in my eyes. And rather than just saying, oh, well, everybody who drives every now and then gets the sun in their eyes, I'm thinking, oh, see, look at you, stupid. The sun is in your eyes. Everybody else is driving just fine. Like, I give myself shit, and I'm so hard on myself for like the smallest things. Like, for example, typically when I drive, I sit up straight, and I have pretty good posture by definition, and I usually sit up straight. And I've been trying to teach myself to lean back. And what's funny is that when I finally do let myself lean back in the chair to just relax, I find that as soon as I let go and like surrender those muscles, the headrest is literally right behind me. So it's like I didn't move at all. I was just purposely being stiff for the sake of saying, oh, look, I'm being an adult and concentrating. Like, it's ridiculous. I give myself so much shit about having things, and it's like, you shouldn't have that. It's like, I'm going to have to get over the idea that I'm not supposed to have things, because if I have them and I work hard to keep them and we maintain them well, then I do in fact deserve to have them. Like, this is my first car in, we were in Detroit in 2008. Prior to that, probably like 2006. Like, I haven't been on the road in a while, and it was because, I moved out here, and it's like, the public transportation is just fine. So now I'm out here, and I have this car, and it's like, I almost feel like I shouldn't. Like, oh, look at you, you think you're something, you got a car, and I don't think I'm something. Like, we went over Asia's mom's house the other day, and she was like, oh, you guys got a car? She came out, and she's gawking at it, and I'm like, yeah, thanks, but it's a 20-year-old car. Like, thank you. That's my map lady. Like, yeah, she's making a whole fuss, like, oh, it's so nice and it's so clean, and look at this roomy. It's like, look, bitch, you got like a 2018 something. Your car is fantastic. My car is a 20-year-old Toyota Corolla. Like, there's nothing to come out here and brag about, but it gets me from A to B. I'm trying to be humble, and I am humble. Like, I have no problem just like, yeah, look, we did it. And that's where we are right now. We're sitting in our little car, and we're like, we did it, and opportunities will now open themselves up to us, which is true. And that's fine. But why do I feel like I'm not supposed to have them? Why do I feel like things have been going so well as of late? It's almost like I'm expecting something to go wrong. Like, this couldn't possibly be the way things are supposed to be going, because everything is going so smooth. Like, I've been saying this to Asia lately because I've been trying to live my life very holistically. Like, things tend to work out, so I tend not to worry about things, or at least I try. And holistics has really gotten me through. Thank you, ma'am. It's really gotten me through life in such a way where I don't worry and I don't just let things get to me. But I think this imposter syndrome thing is going to be the last thing for me to shake. I have such an issue with that. I've got the map on, but once I get back onto the freeway, like I pretty much know where I am. I am getting to a point now where I'm trying to learn all the roads because, I mean, there are only a handful of freeways, so I'm trying to get through them all. Like, sooner or later, muscle memory will kick in, and it'll just be drop Asia off in the morning, pick Asia up when she gets off, and I'll know this pattern well, so it won't be an issue. But yeah, that's where I am. Yesterday coming home from picking up Asia, I had some real serious anxiety. I fucked around and like I don't know how I managed to take a wrong turn. Like this easy ass one shot to Asia's job and back is amazing. Like literally it's a 15-minute ride. It's not a big deal at all. I don't understand how I got turned around, but I did. And I was just so riddled with anxiety. But this morning I got up and those same anxieties don't seem to be plaguing me. So that's good. As for my day, car's all registered and stuff, but I need to take the title down to the DMV and get the new boy printed out and have them sent to us. So all good. I'll take care of that today. And that's it. Like,
in 1,000 feet, turn right onto Folsom Boulevard.
Sure will. Yeah, I don't have anything scheduled for today other than this.
Next right onto Folsom Boulevard.
I feel like the car has just allowed me to be glorified dispatch. Like, I say glorified dispatch like there's something wrong with dispatch. I fucking love dispatch. Like, if I could be professional dispatch for my family for the rest of my life, I would feel good about that because it's just making sure that all my people have what they need, and that to me is fantastic. But I feel like I'm babbling at this point. This is my little car. As much as I'm not bragging about her, I am proud of her. Her name is Prism. She's a good girl. And she gets my wife where she needs to go. She gets me to the dispensary when I need to get there. Like, she's good on gas. She's easy on the eyes. And, like, her sound system is pretty fucking decent. Truth be told, if you had told me this car was $2,000 and they would take the radio out, I would almost understand why bro took the radio, because fuck, it's solid. But he left it in because I don't think he understood what he had. Like, coming from Detroit, I know about my sounds, and I don't think he realized the system that he had in here when he sold us this car. But I digress. I'm just about home now, and
in a quarter mile, turn left onto West Maloma Drive.
Thank you. I needed to vent, I think. And thank you for taking a few minutes to let me vent and hearing a brother out. It's weird, on my way out, as I wrap this up, people have been subscribing to this, which is cool. Like, every now and again you hear me come out and go, oh yeah, we've got new subscribers. And that's cool. And I always welcome the opportunity to have new people see what's going on in my life. But at the same time, this is the extent of the content, bro. Like, this is what you get. You get me babbling to my camera for indeterminate amounts of time until my opinions have been, to my satisfaction, voiced. You know, at the end of the day, that's what this is really about, I think. Not that I was looking to get real deep and philosophical, but in the end, I think that's what this is about. This channel is a way for me to feel heard. Now, whether or not my message was conveyed in a way that I will be understood is another. But I've been heard. You know, it gives me the platform to say the things that I want to say, and a method that is comfortable to me, that lets me get my feelings out. And that's all I really wanted. Like, in 50 years, people will look back on these and be like, oh wow, that nigga died in 2041 or whatever the fuck it was, like whenever I fucking hit the bucket. And they'll be like, oh yeah, what a cool guy, we'll follow his life. Like, maybe one day somebody will follow my shit. Like, they'll come and say, oh, they'll see the very last video and be like, oh, he's a cool guy, and then they'll go back and watch all the old ones to see the kind of person that I was. Or maybe you'll stumble onto the first one and be like, oh, I want to follow him on his journey. And then when you get to the end of this video series, it's like Age just saying, hey, thanks everybody for following along. My husband has died. Thanks, Prism. Look at this old lady doing. Just standing outside. What is it? It's weird. Well, I'm here now. Yay. And I'm gonna go now, so I'm gonna go walk my dog. My baby is so good. She typically gets up with me in the mornings when I take Asia to work, but now I take Asia to work. So she has to wait until I get back and, you know, physically take her outside. So I'm done. I'm not about to sit in the car and continue this video for the sake of continuing it. You know what's going on. Y'all already know what this is. Follow me on SoundCloud.